over at the Vici side, Karma, Callista, and sorry, not Karma, Callista, Syndra, and the last ban. What was the last ban so far? Has been the Morgana. So pretty much the exact same bans all games so far.
Caitlyn's still going to be wide open. This time, IG still on the blue side, going to say, we're not so fussed about the Ashe anymore. We want that Caitlyn. It looks insane. 71% win rate. And immediately, Vici answer in kind. They get themselves the Ashe. This time, it's going to be Maestro with the Lux. The Lux Caitlyn going to be separated. They
do take the Thresh, though, which is a really good answer into this Lux, especially when you're not able to, well, you can actually push pretty aggressively, so not having a push partner for this bottom lane, they decided instead to just go straight in towards the engage, try and kill this bottom lane instead. And now they paired it nicely with this Volibear as well, who you now have great mid-game to late-game fight set up with this Bruiser, a lot of damage coming from this Caitlyn.
Yeah, the Volibear that we were talking about before is going to be locked in as well, which has been neglected across this series. We saw in game number 1 and game 2, just completely ignored throughout the drafts. Zika once again gets the Zoe that he's looked so damn good on. And now we're going to see this LeBlanc ban towards Rookie. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Orianna banned against Rookie once again, and IG repeating these top lane bans too.
Cube is not going to get his hands on that Ornn. The LeBlanc going to be banned away. We'll see if we're going to continue with this mid lane trend. It was the Orianna in the last game, which did set up Zika for a reasonably nice spot in this mid lane, although I don't think we'll be seeing Rookie get his hands on towards the likes of that Zed once again. And on the far side, IG will be finalizing their ban phase.
Yeah, it feels like this is a much more serious ban. Much more serious draft coming out from IG this time around. They're going to want to win. They're going to want to play this one serious. They don't want to finish this split on a loss, especially moving into playoffs. They want to be maintaining that win streak, and if they do, they'll be the highest win streak in the LPL moving into playoffs at an 8-win streak if they can just net this third game. But Leanne grabs himself that Graves once more. Twisted Fate made it all the way through the draft. The Rookie grabs it.
And now we get to see the Jace locked in for the Shy. He's been loving this pick, especially as a blind pick in a lot of scenarios. He's like, look, either way, I'm on a lane bully. I'm going to do fantastic. And now we get to see what Maestro wants to try and, Cube wants to try and lock in against this. Right now, with the composition you're looking at, IG is very much try and play through side lanes and then have Rookie and the Shy join in at a later point in time. So you can go towards something like the Kennen, which can do reasonably well into the Jace, but definitely you're going to not really provide too much when it comes to those team fights, because when you look at IG, they're going to be coming in from several different angles. Rookie in particular should be able to bypass this Kennen and set up nicely for IG when they do go for this pick-orientated style.
So it's 1-1 on the scoreboard as we get our drafts locked in, and I'm curious about this Kennen coming out from Cube. Obviously, we've seen Cube play a decent amount of Kennen himself, but in this range versus range matchup in the top side, it's going to be, in my mind, somewhat of a skill matchup, not just in terms of the champions playing against each other, but this is comfort for both sides of the board in the top lane, and this is champions that can bully that lane incredibly hard.
Well, when you actually look at obviously the range versus range means you're kind of get a neutral enough matchup when it comes to like kill pressure and that kind of thing, but when you look at who dictates the pace of the wave, it's more on the Jace, because he does have a Shock Blast, which obviously is a bit more of an AoE effect. He can do quite a nice job of pushing that wave, having the power from that level 1 and being able to support towards any sort of these early skirmishes around Scuttle or any of those kind of plays.
So let's see how it's all going to go on the top side of the map, but also keep an eye out on the jungle here, because both Ning and Leyen have been playing exceptionally in this series. Leyen doing a good job on the Lilia in game number 1, then getting the MVP with Graves in game 2. But Ning this time is on the Volibear. He looked fantastic on the set in the last game as well. And Ning has consistently looked fantastic on this Volibear. It's his second most played jungler of the split, which with the Lee Sin as the number 1, it's kind of surprising that it's jumped up so heavily in priority for him, especially considering we only got to see this new Volibear halfway through the split.
Yeah, but look, Ning has been looking absolutely stellar on it. I think every jungler in the LPL has wanted to get his hands on it since he has got his rework done, which is why it's risen so quickly through the ranks of those most played for junglers. But I want to see Ning, as he said, getting off to a strong start, can match the Graves enough when it comes to the clear speed. So Samlap, IG are still going for this bottom lane play. This time it's Vici who aren't there to try and contest.
I'm sad that we've seen this every game and it's never actually turned into anything. It feels like we've been a little bit robbed since both teams have tried it, but just in different games. Interesting, though, that we are going to see this Dawn Shield start from Puff, despite Caitlyn having very good range against the Lux and the Ashe, feeling like that push potential and the ability to harass him underneath the tower means he's going to need that shield for the regen.
So as we start to move in towards this mid game, Vici are going to be in a really strong spot. Obviously, you've got great level 1 power spikes out of iBoy, Zeke, Cube as well with that Hextech Proto Belt, and the potential to set up for some of these early plays around the likes of the Rift Herald. Even maybe that third dragon could be the point where Vici are looking to snowball, but I'll hold on to this point for a second.
Yeah, Vici are not going to stop on this invade for now. They're going to get this red buff underway, and it looks like Ning has finally decided it's time to back away, move over to the blue buff, start things off elsewhere on the map. The Shy and Cube already going at it in the top side.
Problem is, though, the Shy is trading in towards those back creeps, so will be a favorable trade in favor of Cube. The Shy as well, opting in towards the summon area, realizing, hey, look, I'm going to be able to just get a little bit of poke off. I'm not going to be able to get too much work done with the likes of a Conqueror or something like that, so very much looking to just see if you can get a few of these accelerated shot blasts and start to chip away at the health bar of Cube.
And do not forget that the next match today, as you just saw on your screen, it's FPX against Suning, and that is such an important match for the standings. Cube taking a huge amount of damage. The Shy, I'm trying to do an announcement here. Can you just hold off for a second? That matchup after this one is going to be FPX against Suning, and importantly, Victory 5 seeding hangs in the balance. If Suning wins, they grab themselves 4th seed. If Suning loses, though, it'll be Victory 5 in that 4th seed, and they'll get themselves the buy into quarterfinals.
Coming back into this game, though, I want to just say, hey, look, as we were talking about with Vici, they've got this really strong one-item spike. But the thing is that IG are looking to bypass that, as Ning and Lian will run in together on this top side.
We're fighting long before one-item spikes here, because Lian, with the phase rush, dodging away from the damage and the slow. But Ning is going to be okay with things in the end, as he does stick around and continue this contest. Lian and Ning just dancing back and forth. These guys know each other well. They were on the World Championship roster.
This is like when someone opens the door and you're like, no, you go first. No, you go first. No, you go. I insist you go first. They're just being so pleasant to each other, you know, but I think there's a little bit of a bloody ending to this story. Either way, they both managed to escape away. Lian will get what he came for, which is that Scuttle Crab, and be able to return towards his own side of the jungle. Ning, however, will be spotted, I believe, just on the edge of that, and will back away as a result.
I'm not actually sure if it spotted him in the end, but Lian, we begin again, the dance. Ning going to continue his recall now. He's going to fall a bit behind in camps here if he keeps this up, because all he's done while Lian has grabbed himself the Scuttle Crab and Krugs is spam recalls in this brush.
Well, the whole thing that he's trying to do is, well, play towards the Shy, pushing in this wave. Lian hasn't spotted him. Now here comes the dive, though.
Yeah, but Lian is here. I don't think that they can pull a dive off onto Cube just yet. Cube going to answer with a little bit of damage as well. He knows Ning is in that brush. Maybe could cancel Ning's recall if he throws a Thundering Shuriken over that direction, but not going to go for it.
I thought the game plan here was for Ning to at least allow the Shy to push in that wave so Shy could get a nice back timing off, but instead the Shy is happy to just stick around here, which I'm not sure is the best of calls here. I think it would have been nice for him to go back and get some more of these long swords in his pocket, especially when you know Lian's up towards his top side. And because Ning has been fumbling about, not quite able to get the camps that he would have liked cleared, he can't even finish off his jungle item on his first back, which is exceptionally rare for a Volibear. And he's only cleared 3 of his camps. Usually we see a Volibear going for almost a full clear, apart from maybe like the Krugs or something like that. And Ning now definitely going to be in the back foot in this matchup.
I feel like we're really witnessing the difference between these two junglers stylistically here, because Lian, when he gets things like this, Graves, like Lian is a guy that is known for how good he is on these farming junglers. He's quite happy to just have a neutral start. I mean, Nidalee has been banned against him every single game this series. He has one of the highest, in fact, I think he's second for CS per minute of any jungler in the league. Like, he is more than happy to do that. Ning, very much about setting up his solo lanes. So you can see that difference in the way that this game is started, because Ning was trying to set up the Shy. He was trying to be on the top side of the map, whereas Lian is there like, look, I'll be hovering around, but I'm getting camps at very least at the same time.
And the thing is that when we've seen Baolan and Ning working together, Ning actually tends to go for very much a, hey, I'm going to go for a bit of a more farm-orientated first few minutes of the game, and then unlock Baolan in that bottom lane to start working in conjunction with Ning to make these plays happen. But hasn't quite been seen it this time around. Ning is definitely one that's happy to sit particularly towards the Shy and enable him in this top lane. And I think it's warranted here, especially in a matchup like that we're seeing from the Shy, where he's looking to bully Cube.
Cube just hit 6 off of those minions. This is beautiful communication out of Vici, and now the Shy in a 2v1. Flashes out, thundering blow to get himself to safety. Ignite is ticking as Ning arrives on the scene. But Rookie's here as well. The gold card comes on in, and this is going to be 2 kills going the way of IG, surely. As Lian tries to slide away, might just get out with his life, but Rookie flashes in, goes into the tower for it. But hey, a kill's a kill.
I think he's expecting Ning to tank one more, but Zika, another contender.
It's going to be 3v3 after all. Zika coming back into the blade, trying to finish off the Shy. He manages to do it. Oh my days, Zika! That was glorious.
Double kill for the Vici mid laner. We're not done though, much.
It never ends here. Puff taking a lot of damage as iBoy forced back. I guess it does end here because that's the end of that play.
Okay, we got a little bit ahead of ourselves, but still a lot of action in that top side of the map. A kill apiece going over towards Ning and also towards Rookie, but Zika, the benefactor of 2 of those kills in the top lane, that is fantastic for this Zoe to get rolling nice and early. And we all know what a Zoe is capable of when she does get ahead. Now we've got Zika, who can definitely push this wave in, start to have a little bit more impact around the map as Lian wants to make plays happen.
And these 2 junglers go toe-to-toe once more. This time it's Lian realizing he has to back away because Rookie had already started to make his move, and Lian just going to settle for a scuttle crab in the river instead. But as you rightly said, 2 kills now in the pocket of Zika. We've seen what Zika can do on this Zoe. Now they're going to try and extend that advantage. Slow goes down onto Rookie, a trouble bubble as well. Zika will burst in, the Ignite is there, and that's yet another kill. The hat trick now for Zika.
And this is what happens when Zika gets ahead, especially on a champion like this Zoe. So I've never seen IG playing a little bit more standard. Vici are willing to match them in this game. And this best of 3 is now a best of 1, and Vici are the ones coming out on top.
Well, so far, that's going to be a lot of CC coming out to Southwind and a 2v2 kill down in this bottom lane in favor of Maestro and iBoy. And this is rapidly falling out of control for IG.
It is a little bit, as Lian is going to start up the Dragon here. So this is a lane that Vici can definitely win on that bottom side of the map with iBoy and Maestro. Ashe does really well against this Caitlyn. You've got a meant poke. You can keep your push back against that Piltover Peacemaker by using the volley as iBoy. And then Maestro just adds to that. So unless Southwind is able to work and actually get a few of these hooks land, get these engages off, you will start to fall behind Puff and Southwind. And because we've been so focused on this top side, Puff and Southwind haven't been able to get any help or any sort of gank that could work with this fresh pick in the bottom lane.
Shy just going to be pushing this wave in, as we did see Ning hovering around this top side once again. He's going to move over towards the Rift Herald here. But you can see Zika and Rookie both moving around. Lian is on the top half of the map as well. So it's not something that Ning can just start off the free. But the Shy is going to be able to maintain this push priority that we talked about earlier on in that top side. It means he will be able to get himself his first turret play.
And this is how the Shy is just going to keep going. I'm actually really impressed with the Shy as to how well he's been able to bully Cube in this top side of the map. Even from level 1, you saw him hiding in that third brush, so then he could start already poking onto Kennen and kind of set him up for how he wanted to go on. Now a 20 CS lead, he said already, with that turret plate going over. He hasn't even gone towards something like the Hextech, or the Hex Drinker even, that we saw coming out from Cube when he was playing the Jace in the last game. He's perfectly fine to go, nope, I'm all damage, I'm all in, let's make this work.
Rookie saw that ward go down, but still just stepped on forward. And that is a deserved death, to be quite honest. He saw the ward, didn't turn around, punished for it.
Weird build coming in from Rookie as well. He's gone for the Ionian Boots of Lucidity first before trying to work up towards that Rod of Ages. I'm actually not the biggest fan of this. I think you're better off working straight towards the Rod of Ages and then moving in towards, well, if you really want the cooldown reduction, fantastic, but he's trying to use that Boots of Lucidity to pair with the Unsealed Spellbook, because you get the 50% Summoner Spell reduced cooldown with the Ionian Boots of Lucidity, but I don't think it's really worth it. I would have preferred he just finished off his Rod of Ages, then could always go towards it, or even go towards the Sork Shoes if you wanted to as well. The rush on this Ionian Boots was just not needed.
Yeah, it feels like maybe it was off of a dodgy recall. One of these deaths where he's only got 600 gold, can't quite finish off the blasting one. He's like, well, I don't want to go back to lane empty-handed. 1 and 3, though, for Rookie. How often do you get to say that sentence?
No.
Rookie losing lane is not something you see very often. And it's all off the back of a play that IG started in the top side.
And Vici responded with so well. Zika moving up, and even when you got the Destiny coming from Rookie, couldn't do particularly much. But Maestro
could be in trouble himself. Flashes out. Respect coming out from the Vici Gaming support. And iBoy gets to just free fire over the wall here. Ning gets away, but that's going to be two summoners, used from the side of IG just to survive. And now the Cube could be in trouble as the Shy going to get the Thunder and Blow underneath the tower. Not much of a response there from Cube.
There's not much he can respond with unless he wants to pop the ultimate. Shy realizing, hey, look, I can abuse this pretty heavily and has been doing a fantastic job thus far. Rookie now will be facing onto the end of the shotgun from Lian, but this is more so Lian can get down this Rift Herald and try and get through these last few turret plates in favor of Zika, who's already got that Luden's Echo completed.
And one of the nice things is with Graves and Zoe, you can annihilate those plates even without a Herald. Like, the passive out of Zoe is incredibly good at getting through plates. Graves is obviously just an AD carry, so he's incredibly good at that. And then with the Herald as well, getting all of the plates in the mid lane. Vici looking to ramp up, looking to snowball effectively. And now a 2,000 gold lead at 12 minutes. But Cube is probably going to go down here. Stun comes out onto Rookie. Lien is arriving, and Cube's still alive for now. The stun's coming out. Lien has to flash away. Collateral damage is there. They don't quite have the damage. Let's finish this one off. Cube flashing out of the players. Ning jumped all the way in. But Zika, once again, gets to be the benefactor of all of this chaos. Jumping back in, Trouble Bubble onto Ning to keep Lien safe. The damage will be there. With the end of the line, Rookie steps forward, but that's a few more sparkles for him as Lien takes down the bear.
And that is well played by Vici once again. Although Zika hasn't quite got a teleport of his own, he's still managing to keep up very deftly with Rookie. And now, the benefactor, as he said, a lot more kills in his pocket, and Vici are doing so well at shutting down IG in this game. We're only 30 minutes into the game, and there's a 4,000 gold.
At least there's an opportunity here for IG to get themselves a couple of turret plates in the bottom lane, but that doesn't seem like a worthwhile trade to me, to be quite honest. The fact that Cube almost survives this whole play is insane.
Well played by Cube to move into the Destiny so he could get the stun. No follow-up because of the CC on towards Rookie. And then with Lian here, the damage on this Graves already, you can see churning out onto the members of Vici. Zika's given enough time to roam up. Shy's the first to fall, and although they get the world on his mother trying to dive on towards Vici underneath this tower, Lian just about manages to survive. Zika gets one, and the Graves gets the other.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. And, you know, Ning, valiant effort at the end there, but the closer you get to Graves, the more that shotgun is going to work for him. The Shy getting some more damage down onto Cube, who's just not having a fun laning phase, to be quite honest. But that is to be expected in this matchup. The Shy might be able to finish off those plays.
He could, but Zika has already finished off Major so stealing for himself. He's got 10 stacks there, so he's looking to get the snowball rolling. Lickety-split.
No.
And Rookie, no Destiny available, but just coming up to support the Shy in his endeavor to finish off this plate from the top side, especially with Cube so low. This dive is more than likely going to happen.
Well, the plate's not going to go their way as we hit 14 minutes. Slicing Maelstrom, it's going to be slightly out of range of Rookie. But I think that's enough for Cube to get away.
Zika's moving, though. So is Lian.
Yeah, we've got some reinforcements for Vici. Trouble Bubble through the wall. Oh, just goes wide of Rookie. That means the play's going to end there, but Vici, you can see, winning out overall in terms of plates. They're 3,000 gold ahead, all things considered.
Valiant effort from Zika. Will net them the blue buff, though. Bit more control over this topside jungle of IG. Let up on this constant pressure IG are going for towards Cube. And you can see Cube's a bit out of sorts when he comes to his build. He wants to get that Seeker's Arm Guard, obviously, to deal with the pressure the Shy's got. Now moving towards that Hextech Protobelt. But as long as Vici are able to play through Zika, they can hit this mid-game strong. But Ning, bot side.
And Ning denied there. Jumps into the play further and gets onto Maestro here. Hook as well. But Hook taking a good amount of damage himself as iBoy keeping this fight up. Great damage out on the Ashe, and Zika now arrives. This is going to be an easy sweep up. Zika just gets to go wherever he wants and gets kills everywhere. 7 now on the Zoe as Vici look to continue the action. The Shy now the target as Lien moves in. And we saw this right at the start of the game, and we're going to see it again. Another kill for Vici here as the Shy 1v2.
tried desperately to stay in his own creeps there, but that's not enough. Leon will get the kill. 20 stacks on this Magi Soul Stealer. We are 15 minutes into this game. Vici have taken this bottom lane turret. They've taken the mid lane turret. Vici are running away with this game, Munchables.
And do you know what? We saw the thumbs up out of Lien on the end of that play, and I was watching the Shy on his player cam, and he gave us a good old giggle. So I think even though IG are getting absolutely bodied right now, they're still having a bit of fun with this one. Puff gonna get himself away with that Mikhails from Southwind.
Desperately needed there. That could have ended very poorly for this Kaiten, but you see Zika 3 levels above Puff. He is the highest level in the game right now, and he is looking to try and take over. That's exactly why you do this as this Zoe. It now becomes incredibly difficult for anyone on IG to try and move in against Zika, because one combo when you've got a Luden's Echo, an Oblivion Orb, and a 20-stack Magi's at this stage of the game is going to remove health bars like there's no tomorrow.
Ning's now on the wrong side of the wall with a trouble bubble in his way here. He did manage to... Oh, it was a lantern from Southwind. The camera moved away as the lantern came out. I was like, he didn't use his ult. His flash is on cooldown. But we're going to see now Vici move into this top side once again. Herald is up, so that's really the primary objective. But the Shy might just be a little bonus on top of it with the... Oh, my boy.
Come on, buddy.
Not like that.
Oh,
come on, mate. Oh, dear. Well, Lien can currently 1v1 the enemy top laner, but the minion wave, Graves' greatest weakness, will finally finish that kill off. Cube's found himself alone, and there's a whole bunch of IG players here alongside him. He's going to go down. The sacrificial lamb, if you will, while Vici takes control of the top of the map.
More like a sacrificial hamster, I'll say. I don't think he has enough in him to be a lamb.
Sacrificial Pikachu?
Yeah,
is that where we're going with this one?
But either way, hey, look, Vici's still going to trade up here. You get that top lane tower, you get the Rift Herald as well. They can then use that to actually clear open these tier 2 towers, because right now, IG don't have any tier 1 towers left. So Vici's still looking pretty good, and as we look at those items coming through, Black Cleaver already completed for Leon. Why he's so strong when he goes to just 1v1 the Shy. You're looking over at Zeke as well, we already said is massive. Nerdy got that Ruin's Hurricane completed by iBoy. Should be able to finish that on this buy, as we said there, just picked it up. So overall, Vici are in a really strong spot and should be able to power through this mid game and set them up so well.
I love that the observers are having some fun with this series as well. The players are clearly having some fun. And then just look at the damage that Leon can do. I mean, that would have been a one combo if the ult had hit.
It does feel a bit like, you know, who would win? One minion boy or one shotgun? It's just like, it really shouldn't be the minion that's able to get in the way. I know you're a big advocate for bring back old Graves, but I don't even know if you still are.
I definitely still am. Yeah. I just think that new Graves should have been a new champion. They did not need to be the same champion. It doesn't have to be one or the other. There are new champions available. Anyway, Cube. Well, no, not Cube. He's gone. See you later. Herald went down in the mid lane as well, because VG are like, you know what? If you guys are going to send everyone bot, then we'll just take your inhib mid. Seems like a reasonable trade to us. And IG, they don't have a whole lot to say about it. As Rookie continues to split push, this inhib will go down. They're trying to get Dragon off the back of this one, but TP being channeled as well by the Shy and by Puff. IG has started a fight for this one. Zeke has arrived. 3,000 on the Dragon as he takes a shock blast to the face. Ace in the hole, blocked by Maestro. Now Southwind flashes in for the play. Getting onto the rest of the team. The Shy getting damage down onto Lien. He's got good damage though, and Lien's getting away with it over on the blast cone. And now Zeke is here to clean up. So is Ironboy. One last thought to us. They trade AD carries, and Rookie is going to go down to this fed jungler. No, it's Zeke to grab himself another triple.
Zika picked up about 20 flashes in that play, so it's just got one more for himself on the way out. But able to close so many gaps, gets the distance there, 10-0-2 towards the Zoe. And honestly, I would say Vici could turn towards Baron, but it hasn't even spawned yet.
Yeah, we're only 19 3/4 of the way through that minute. Let's take another look at the sheer chaos, because it feels like that's what all IG wants here.
Yeah, solid effort from Leon to try and steal this away, but Vici still able to make this play. Even in a 4 versus 5, they're coming out on top. And Leon, who was pushed away from this fight to begin with, manages to come back in, get an assist. And Vici, I mean, what do you say here? IG, yes, you got the Dragon, but it was also a 4 versus 5 that you lost horrifically in that pit. Imagine now if Vici ever decide to turn towards the likes of a Baron, you try and move in, you get met with a paddle star from Zika, and you just don't really have a chance.
Well, the Colonel with his Kentucky Fried Char is liking the look of Vici Gaming. 77.6%. And I said IG were going to come in swinging in game number 3. I'm not sure if I agree with that assessment anymore, because Vici are all over this one. Trouble Bubble getting real close there as Lien jumps on forward. And do you know what? With Rookie on the bottom side of the map, he may have TP, but Vici are just going to start this Baron.
They can do a lot of damage now. The good news is because you got Maestro, who on this looks will max the shield first, doesn't have to worry too much about anyone tanking this. They can shield their way through it. TP now coming in. IG want to contest.
Yep, Rookie moving over 4,000 on this Baron, but oh my goodness, the damage out of Zika. The Shy survives on 1 HP. The Paddle Star can't quite hit the laser. Does Zika over the wall? Can't finish the kill, but Cube finally gets a bit of credit for this win with a double. Now onto Southwind,
Triple?
as he gets 3 for himself as well.
And you can already see Zika. He's moving towards this mid lane. Maestro's playing keep away from the bases. Throw it. No, go the other way, Maestro. Do it.
Maestro is looking to 1v1 Rookie, but he's going to find 2 players in this push. Down comes the bear. See you later, Maestro. But you know what? While the rest of his team is, they're just going to end the game.
Yeah, you got Zika already taken down one. iBoy's there. Rookie has respawned. The Shy is in just a few. IG might be able to hold on.
They might try, but this Nexus is going to go down. 3 members strong. Vici just going to close this one out. Another absolute stomp in this series. But you know what, Dagda? At least it were fun.
You know what, Munch? I'm glad we got to come along for this one ride, because this was just nuts from start.